And welcome everyone, this is Like It's 1985. This is my review of Transformers Energon Galvatron. And this has to be at least a leader or supreme class size of figure. And to start the review off first, let's do a size comparison here. Let me go ahead and bring in the classic Seeker Jet. This one happens to be Thundercracker, but you get the idea of the size there. Quite large vehicle and robot mode. Let me also bring in a Viacon from the RID Transformers Prime line. Again, you get the idea there with the size. This particular jet mode does have very nice landing gear. It does roll really well. And the landing gear here is very, very nice. You can see here it actually has moving wheels, which is nice. These fold up in there for the transformation. Now, one thing I really like about this figure, other than the fact that it's ginormous, is the fact it has lots of detail. Look at this fantastic, like, bronze color paint apps and all that detail there, here on the wing as well. A very nice Decepticon symbol on each wing. And this is not just a flat surface, it's actually a raised surface that the actual Decepticon symbol is on. So that is fantastic there. You've got all these different translucent plastic parts just all around here for like the missile pods and so forth. The guns up here. You even have the cockpit section here. The window here is actually translucent plastic, which is nice. And just fantastic silver throughout. You got silver coming down here along the thrusters here. Just fantastically detailed, fantastic paint job. And it is an awesome figure. And I'm not really big on the Transformers Energon line of toys. I've bought a few of them, but I've sold most of them. But this is my one that I've actually kept, and this is an awesome figure. So you can take a look at the underside of the actual jet mode here. This figure does come also with, I guess let me go ahead and bring the landing gear out again. It does come with another vehicle, which is pretty nice. And you have this tank here. It has 4 wheels on the bottom here. Very nice details in the plastic, as you can see. You have this little panel here that flips up. It's kind of like a, I guess, a targeting system. You can see there the detail on that. And it does have lights and sound. You pull the trigger here, and the missile fires out. So you can hear that. And this has a hyper mode. Basically what you can do is you can place the tank on top. There's 4 pegs here, 4 peg holes in the bottom of the tank, and these all should line up, and this should actually tab onto the top of the jet, assuming I can line these up here. Let me get a better view on this. There we go. So that sits atop the jet mode. And the other part of the hyper mode is you lift up these wings here. And let me show you on this side here. It happens on both sides actually, but bam! Look at that. Those 2 pieces come out, and the section here extends out. So you have hyper mode, I think it's called. Looking pretty cool. Looks a bit silly with a tank on top. I just prefer to have it like this for my hyper mode, I guess. But, you know, you can do what you want to do there. So now, let's move on to the transformation for this awesome Energon toy. And first thing, let's go ahead and put the landing gear back in. And first thing they tell you to do is to lift up the wings. You can see the wings are actually attached to the thrusters here. So when you lift up, you're actually unpegging the thrusters from the underside of the wings. So you do that, get the wings up here like this, and you want to rotate this whole assembly around 180, like that, and just keep the wings up like that for now. Let me see here. You can see these here are going to become the arms, and the actual fists are right inside there. And all that really holds the fists in is the this part of the leg here. So I'm going to take the legs here. You're supposed to pop that cap up there, and there's actually, straighten those out. Again, they tell you really to actually pop this off and then move it over, but you can do it either way there. And then you want to take this whole section here, and the feet are going to come out here at the bottom here. So, whoops. Show you better on the other leg here. Push down. Automorph there. A little bit of automorph going on. And get the legs situated here. And let me go ahead and spread out the wings here. I'm going to take the section up here, fold this all the way back. It's on a double hinge there. Fold it back like that. And you can see the arms just kind of pop out from the side. They were like this, and just because of the fact that there's nothing there now, they pop out like that. There you go. The hands automatically come out. You can move these cannons down like that. And then you can see the head is right here. And you can see the shoulders actually spread apart a little bit, like that. Kind of locks the shoulders in place. Bring up the little horns there for Galvatron's head. And that should be all for transformation into robot mode. So there he is. Let me see if I can get them all in shot here. Fantastic. Let me just do a toe-to head shot here. And rotate around. So, let's do a quick size comparison here. Let me throw them back there. I happen to have another Classics Seeker Jet here, transformed into robot mode. So you can see the size difference there. And Leader Class, Revenge of the Fallen, Optimus Prime. And you can see Prime is taller than Galvatron, but I would say Galvatron, is definitely at least a Leader Class size figure. So that is pretty cool. So there you go. All right. So there's actually some more gimmicks in this mode. There actually is a sword stored right here on the back section here. And what you're supposed to do is take the rear of the tank here. I think, let's see, I think you can go in like this. And it pulls out the sword here. I accidentally hit the trigger here, but it's supposed to make like a sword sound. But... And sorry about that again. If you look at the sword here, very nicely detailed. There's actually a Decepticon symbol right there. If you can make that out in camera. So really cool. And I mean, you could pull this out without using the tank, but that's the way they show to do the gimmick. And then, I mean, you can also bring out the wings like that if you wanted to. There is that option. And finally, the tank does attach to either of the forearms for Galvatron here. So let me do that. There's a little, if you look on the underside of the tank here, these panels fold out. And, if you have the sword in here, certainly you want to have the sword pointing out. And have the tank pegged on like this. Let me see. There we go. So something like that effect there, with the sword pointing out. Or if you wanted to, sorry about that. You can take out the sword, and you can reverse it and peg it on like that. for like a cannon. And of course you could actually, for play value, you could actually put in the missile here and fire in the hole. So this is a pretty darn awesome figure, I gotta say. Like I said before, I don't collect a lot of Energon toys because I don't think they're that great. But this one makes up for all of it. This is an awesome, awesome toy. Definitely recommend you pick it up if you can get your hands on it. I bought this a while back on eBay, and this is a figure that was released back in 2003 according to the box. So your best bet is eBay or a hobby store. Well, actually the box says 2004, but yeah, early 2000s. So this is not going to be available in stores unless you go to like a hobby store or something like that. You know, you get lucky enough to find one there for a reasonable price. But this figure takes the cake for the Energon line. And I like this figure even better than Energon Omega Supreme. This is the Princess. Probably this has got to be my favorite Energon figure that I can think of offhand right now. And let me show you real quick before I forget. You do get this booklet here, which is actually a mini comic. You can see several pages here. And at the back, it starts turning into a, advertisement. You flip it over. You can, whoops. You got to look at some other figures in the Energon line. Again, not too crazy about Energon toys in general. So there you go. This is definitely a recommended buy if you can get this. I don't remember how much I paid. Like I said, it's been several years since I bought this. I'm guessing, and I actually bought it sealed in box, so it was brand new, sealed in box. So I must have paid, I'm guessing, maybe $60, $80, something like that. But anyhow, this is my review of Transformers Energon Galvatron. A very, very cool figure. Thanks for watching.